Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to share with you the tips of how to debug. Suppose that we already draft an attack script. And now, given this attack script, I'm going to run it. And then I found that there is an error. Then let's work on debugging this attacking script together. Usually the first thing that I'm going to do is to check where the error happens. In this case, I realize that the error actually happens in line 76 and it's in the function of launch attack. So usually I'm going to locate that place, locate that statement in a launch attack, which is line 76. So it is right here in the fifth step, malloc to get fake chunk. So I know that error happens over here, but then that means that there's something wrong before I'm doing malloc. I don't know where the error happens. Then I'm going to watch over the execution of the program and making sure that what I have expect from the interaction is exactly the same as what happens during the interaction. For example, suppose that right now I want to check that we have already had enough Tcache beans and fast beans in the step of 0. Then I'm going to use IPDB to set a breakpoint over here in my attacking script. If you don't have IPDB installed in your Python script, then you probably want to install that. You can use pip or just use python 3-IPDB. You will be able to get the IPDB package for your Python 3. When I set a breakpoint over here, the program will stop at this particular location. And now if we run attack demo again, you find that the program stops at this particular address where I set a breakpoint. And then it's going to point to the next statement after the breakpoint, which is line 66 base address. And let me turn on number so that you will be able to see where is the statement easily. Next, we're going to attach to the service that is currently interacting with the attacking script. First, you want to make sure that, of course, you want to have this vulnerable service, and this is the reason why we can run it here with the attacking script. And then the next, you could use PID off. This is a bash command, and followed by the name of the service. Using PID off, you'll be able to get the process ID of the particular service. And in our case, the process ID is 68193. Then next, I can use GDB to attach that specific process. I can do GDB --PID equal to 68193. After I run it, you will find that GDB stops, and then right now we can do a beans to check if the fast beans and Tcache beans is same as what we expected. It looks like this is exactly what we want. Okay, we can resume the execution by doing C, which is continue. And then note that now we need to also continue our attacking script because right now, because of the import IPDB, currently stop over here. So let's do a C as well. And you realize that in the GDB, it says that there is a segmentation fault. And by looking at the segmentation fault issue, you find that the current instructions to be executed is at a weird address. And you can use xinfo to get the information regarding this address and you find that this address coming from a heap. So you realize that there's something wrong with it. And then we can check bins again. We find that right now, this is the victim chunk. It points to a particular location, which is exactly the same that we're going to execute. And this is because when victim chunk is linked with the rest of the Tcache bin's content, malloc hook, this victim address, will be overridden with the value of the next chunk. Therefore, when malloc is called again, according to malloc hook, glibc will mistakenly think that hex 6033b0 is the instruction of the actual hook of malloc. And that is why right now RIP goes to hex 6033b0 and trying to execute over there. And because this is not a legitimate instruction address, that's why you come across a segmentation fault. Okay, so this is one way that you can figure out what is happening, where is going wrong. And another way to do that is to use Pong2's nice properties. Pong2 has the nice GDB option, which you can work with to debug your exploit. So here I am writing this process, and then I'm calling Pong2's GDB, and here I'm writing GDB attach, use this attach function to attach GDB to the specific process that we just initiate. And because I have put Pong and I have included the module GDB from Pong, that's why I can just use GDB directly. Otherwise, you could do pong.gdb, which will also get you to the right module. And also, I wrap this up in the GDB option. Under such setup, I can just run this attacking script with the option of GDB, which will go to this part of the statement. And you will figure out that after you run it, another window will be popping up. We can continue to execute it, and you will come across the segmentation fault again. Then you can do the similar operations that we just mentioned. You can insert breakpoint anywhere during the launch attack function, and then you can observe the heap layout according to the breakpoint that you put. You can also put multiple breakpoints, and then you can just debug it step by step and to identify the coding issue. In summary, if you want to debug your attack, first, you want to make sure that you have a working local environment. In this environment, you have your attacking script. You also have the vulnerable program so that you can run it and then interacting with the attacking script. And then you can use Pong2's GDB module to attach to a process created by Pong2, or you can just run Pong2 and then use GDB with the command of PID off to get the corresponding process and attach to it. Either way will be able to lead you into the vulnerable process and debug over there.